Hi, it's Reverend John, and our thought for today, I release anger and blame. It's not going the way I wanted it to go. People aren't going the way I want them to go or doing the things I want them to do. No one is supporting me, and that person over there, that person is against me. When was the last time you had thoughts like these? When things don't go the way we want them to go, human instinct, the fight mechanism, kicks into gear and anger begins to build up within you. The big question is, do you respond or react to the anger that's generated by these thoughts of blame? These thoughts of blame come up when an attachment to the outcome becomes the sole focus. We forget why we were doing it in the first place. We get so wrapped up in whether we accomplished it and whether people are doing exactly what we want them to do, rather than realizing that we're coming from a common purpose. Realizing that to co-create an experience that we want, we have to work in harmony. Reacting to the anger most often creates even more thoughts of blame, and that leads to resentments, hatred, and aggression. It's as Catherine Ponder once wrote, it creates an emotional link that is stronger than steel. You are bound to that resentment, and you are bound to that hatred when you hold on to the anger and thoughts of blame. But you can cut off that reaction cycle by stopping the blame game. When the anger first comes up, it feeds off of blaming thoughts. It feeds off of your resistance to what's happening. And rather than feeding it more thoughts of blame or more resistance trying to suppress it, just cut off the fuel source and it will dissipate naturally. When the anger is gone, it may reveal that there's some sadness hiding underneath it. Sadness that it just didn't work out. And that sadness, if you start to blame people again, will turn into anger. That sadness, if you start to blame yourself, will turn into shame and guilt. So instead of feeding the sadness and feeding the anger with thoughts of blame, release the blame. And as you do, the sadness will dissipate as well. As the sadness and the blame, and as the sadness and the anger start to dissipate, and when your head isn't filled with thoughts of blame, then possibility and opportunities open up and emerge. Possibilities to co-create an experience based on harmony, based on serenity, and based on peace. This was inspired by the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 18. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. When you create and bind yourself to these ideas of hatred, then that's the consciousness through which you experience life. But if you bind yourself to the thoughts of harmony and serenity and inner peace, then that's what you experience in life. And so today, remember the thought, I release anger and blame. Love and blessings, and have a wonderful day.